Try out how the life of the good man goes for you, the man content with his dispensation from the whole, and satisfied in his own just action and kind disposition. You have seen that, now look at this. Do not trouble yourself, keep yourself simple. Someone does wrong, he does wrong to himself. Has something happened to you? Fine. All that happens is being fated by the whole from the beginning and spun for your own destiny. In sum, life is short. Make your gain from the present moment with the right reason and justice. Keep sober and relaxed. Either an ordered universe or a stew of mixed ingredients, yet still coherent order. Otherwise, how could a sort of private order subsist within you? If there is disorder in the whole, especially given that all things, distinct as they are, nevertheless permeate and respond to each other. A black character, an effeminate, unbending character, the character of a brute or dumb animal, infantile, stupid, fraudulent, coarse, mercenary, despotic. If one does not recognize the contents of the universe, is the stranger in it. No less the stranger is the one who fails to recognize what happens in it. He is a fugitive if he runs away from social principle, blind if he shuts the eye of the mind, a beggar if he depends on others and does not possess within him all the needs for life, a tumour on the universe. If he stands aside and separates himself from the principle of our common nature in disaffection with his lot, for it is nature which brings this about, just as it has brought you about too. A social splinter, if he splits his own soul away from the soul of all rational beings, which is a unity. Love the art which you have learned and take comfort in it. Go through the remainder of your life in sincere commitment of all your being to the gods, never making yourself tyrant or slave to any man. Consider, for example, the time of Vespasian. You will see everything the same: people marrying, having children, falling ill, dying, fighting, feasting, trading, farming, flattering, pushing, suspecting, plotting, praying for the death of others, grumbling at their lot, falling in love, storing up wealth, longing for consulships and kingships. And now that life of theirs is gone, vanished. Pass on again to the time of Trajan. Never Trajan. Again, everything the same. That life too is dead. Similarly, look at the histories of other eras and indeed whole nations, and see how many lives of striving met with a quick fall and resolution into the elements. Above all, review in your mind those you have seen yourself in empty struggles, refusing to act in accordance with their own natural constitution, to hold tight to it and find it sufficient. And in this context, you must remember that there is proportionate value in our attention to each action. So you will not lose heart if you devote no more time than they warrant to matters of less importance. Words in common use long ago are obsolete now. So too the names of those famed are in a sense obsolete. Camillus, Caeso, Bellicis, Dentatus, a little later Scipio and Cato, then Augustus too, then Adrian and Antoninus. All things fade and quickly turn to myth. Quickly to utter oblivion drowns them. Am I talking of those who shone with some wonderful brilliance? The rest, once they have breathed their last, are immediately beyond sight, beyond knowledge. But what in any case is everlasting memory? Utter emptiness. So where should a man direct his endeavour? Ear only a right mind, action for the common good, speech incapable of lies. That's heavy. A disposition to welcome all that happens as necessary, intelligible, flowing from an equally intelligible spring of origin. Gladly surrender yourself to Clotho. Let her spin your thread into whatever web she wills. I had to Google that. It's a Greek god who deems when people are born. All is ephemeral, both memory and the object of memory. Constantly observe all that comes about through change, and habituate yourself to the thought that the nature of the whole loves nothing so much as to change one form of existence into another, similar but new. All that exists is in a sense the seed of its successor, but your concept of seed is simply what is put into the earth or the womb. That is very unphilosophic thinking. Your death will soon be on you, and you are not yet clear-minded or untroubled, or free from the fear of external harm, or kindly to all people, or convinced that justice of action is the only wisdom. Look into their directing minds, observe what even the wise will avoid or pursue. Harm to you cannot subsist in another's directing mind, nor indeed in any turn or change of circumstances. Where then? In that part of you which judges harm, so no judgment and all is well, even if what is closest to it, your own body, is subjected to knife or cautery, or left to suppurate or mortify, even so that faculty in you which judges these things should stay untroubled. That is, it should assess nothing either bad or good, which can happen equally to the bad man or the good, because what can happen to a man, irrespective of his life's conformity to nature, is not of itself either in accordance with nature or contrary to it. You are a soul carrying a corpse, as Epictetus used to say.